Alright, this is part 2 of the mental illness medications video. If you haven't seen part 1, please go back and look for it. I was reading a verse in, was it Luke or Matthew? It might have been Matthew, but I'm reading in Luke. I know that the two have similar verses, but it was basically the disciples not being able to expel demons from the boy who had seizures or epilepsy. So he went on to say, how long am I to be with you and bear with you? Bring your son here. While he was coming, the demon threw the boy to the ground and convulsed him. But Jesus rebuked the unclean spirit and healed the boy and gave him back to his father. And all were astonished at the majesty of God. So, again, if you haven't seen part 1, I suggest you go and look for it, because otherwise you'll be a little lost at why I'm reading this verse. So anyways, again, this all has to do with faith, because Christ said, you perverse and unbelieving generation, which is pretty harsh to say to his own disciples, but he was so upset at the lack of faith that he saw even in his disciples, to be able to do this, to be able to expel these demons. So I think a lot of these issues, these mental issues, have, people not being delivered, has a lot to do with the lack of faith, not only in the person that needs deliverance, but those Christians around them who see them going through this and who don't believe that anything but medications can make a difference. They don't even have enough faith that their own God can make a difference and deliver their friends or families from this. So I want to go to a verse in Mark 11:22-24, which says, Jesus answering to the disciples, he said, "Have faith in God. Truly I say to you, whoever says to this mountain, 'Be taken up and thrown into the sea,' and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will come to pass, it will be done for him. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." And then Matthew, this is actually before this verse, I should have read this one first, but in Matthew 21:22, Christ says, "And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith." And in Luke 1:37, of course, "For nothing will be impossible with God." So think about this, brothers and sisters. He said, whatever you ask in prayer. He didn't say a few things or only this or only that. He said, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. So faith is the key here. And I'll conclude at that. And I hope that you guys got something from this. And thank you for listening. Bye. God bless.